Okay, I'm like obsessed with that song. Thank you for this, Marshall, because I like when that dance. Hi everyone, my name is Tan. This is Artemis Oracle. I'm your Oracle and Tarot card reader. Today I want to do just a reading. I'm going to put subscriber mode on just to keep the nasties away. So I hope everybody's having a good day wherever they are, wherever you are. Let's see what messages you need to know today. Let me see. Let's go to the Life Happens deck. Hey Fintube, how are you? Gonna go into the Life Happens Oracle deck. Let's see what messages you need to know. One message you need to know. Overthinking. Oh my gosh. Earlier today, I was with a different set of Oracle cards, and the overthinking card came out. So overthinking, glow up. So I was trying to different ways of reading, and the overthinking card came out in a different deck. Responsibility, glow up, responsibility, and two-faced. Overthinking, glow up, responsibility. You know, when you think about glow up, is usually we usually reference or how someone looks, like someone who is upgrading the way they look, changing their hair, changing the way they do their makeup, fitness, getting their body right, whether it's surgery or naturally. But also I think about it could be some sort of a level up going on in somebody's life too. But overthinking, somebody's definitely in their head about something, overthinking something, overanalyzing, processing something. They could be processing or strategizing some sort of glow up, whether it's for like personal appearance or if it's for professional reasons or even having to do with a relationship. But the responsibility card came out. I'm gonna show you the cards just so you know. Hey shapeshifter, how are you? So I got overthinking, so someone's definitely in their head. Glow up. Somebody could be thinking about how they can make some sort of improvements within their life, and responsibility. So somebody has responsibilities. It could be within a relationship, it could be with a partnership, it could be with how to move forward. Because you see, these people are walking across this path, but then the other side of it is unknown. So I don't know, like for some reason, I thought like taking a leap of faith. You know what they say, when you keep moving forward, you really don't know what's on the other side of the road. I'm good, thank you. You don't know what's on the other side. You can only see as far as your eye can see, right? But beyond that, you don't know unless you keep moving forward. And we have this whole path here too. So someone may be, and the thing that popped up in my mind is taking a leap of faith with something that may have to do with responsibilities, or maybe somebody is thinking about the responsibilities they have and maybe some things that may be tied to a promotion. Like say if somebody wants a promotion, they know with the promotion comes more responsibilities, more tasks. So somebody could be thinking about that. But then we have the two-faced card at the bottom. So someone could be putting up some sort of mask. I don't know if this is connected to the overthinking. Glow up implies improvement. Somebody could be overthinking about some sort of improvement, about something that they're responsible for. Somebody could be having a realization that they're not happy with something, or that they have been pretending to be happy, like they've been putting some sort of mask facade on, but now they're seeing things from a different perspective, having a new outlook. I don't know, somebody is wanting to pursue some sort of hobby, but there may be certain responsibilities that a person has that can be interfering with someone trying to take something to the next level, and that could be where this analysis paralysis is coming from, or someone overthinking. But I think that maybe someone may be trying to find like a happy medium, a different way of trying to make something happen while maintaining their responsibilities. Somebody could be unhappy with the types of responsibilities they have too, and it's getting to the point where they may be trying to like reframe it in their own mind so that it doesn't bother them as much. But sometimes that's not a good thing to do, because if you're just trying to be okay with a situation that you're not happy about, it's usually something that needs to be changed, some improvements need to be made, or some changes need to be made to make the situation better, whatever the situation is. It could be anything. So I'm going to clarify with tarot right now. So I have 7 people here. Thank you for the likes. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tan, or Tanya, because people don't know how to say Tanya. Some people don't know. I'm not making fun of the person that couldn't say it. But let's see what this overthinking is. Tell me about overthinking. What is this overthinking? Who is overthinking? I want to know who this is. If you're overthinking, you already know this is you. But let's be specific. Can you tell us about this overthinking? Wow. The Empress came out, uncovering her babies. The Empress. So that could be a maternal figure, a mother figure. Someone could be overthinking about a feminine, divine feminine, or mother figure, or someone who may be pregnant, because the Empress is always someone that's pregnant. But it could be somebody overthinking, because the Empress does get pregnant, but it doesn't have to be an actual baby. It could be a project, something that is your baby, that you're overthinking, that's currently in gestation. It's gestation period. You got the 7 of Wands coming out, which is indicating somebody is trying to find a way to guard or protect something that they have created. And it's becoming a burden, which kind of ties in with the responsibility, because sometimes certain responsibilities are burdens to us in reality, Sometimes they're not our burdens, they're somebody else's, but somehow it ends up on our shoulders. So someone may be creating something, developing something, and they're guarding it, protecting it. Maybe, sometimes I'm thinking about compartmentalization, how maybe somebody needs to do that, But whatever, if you're constantly, if you're creating something and you're feeling like you always have to protect this, and I know creatives, artists, writers, anybody, inventors, they always feel this overprotectiveness over what they're creating. But then that becomes a burden, and it also becomes a blockage or something. So maybe somebody's trying to find a way around it. Okay, let's see what the glow up is. Because that could be if you're always over strategizing, you're always protective over something, you're not allowing it to grow. You're creating stagnation, but also you're putting unnecessary pressure on yourself. A glow up, 4 of Swords. So I feel like the glow up, 4 of Swords, is sometimes you need to take a break from something in order to gain a different perspective, a new outlook, which shows up in the bottom of the deck. It's a period of detachment, and it's more like a mental detachment. So sometimes you got to take a mental break in order to see things clearly, because if you're so stuck in the process of what something is, you're not giving your brain a break from possibly seeing other alternatives, other viewpoints, because you're just looking at, and it's I feel like some of you need to take a mental break, just so that some sort of inspiration can come to you with this, because the sun is showing up in the glow up card, right? And so you need, in order to gain some sort of enlightenment or some sort of epiphany or have an aha moment, you have to give yourself a break from this overthinking. We got the King of Swords. Yeah, somebody, the King of Thoughts, the King of Ideas. Yeah, I feel like it's definitely that. Like some of you definitely need to take a mental break from this overthinking. Because you got the Four of Swords, which is about taking a break, detaching. King of Swords, logical in their head, looking at things. But it's like with the Ten of Swords coming in, it's like, no, stop. Whatever cycle of thoughts or repeat that you have going on in your mind, it has to come to an end so that you can gain some sort of clarity. The clarity that will come from taking a break, from detaching your mind, your brain from whatever it is that you're overthinking about. Even being overprotective over something. And I feel like with that, and you see the butterflies there, it's like this is what allows there to be some sort of, I want to say mental transformation, but it's just like it allows there to be new ideas, or even allows your subconscious to come through and show something that you wouldn't even think of, because you're just thinking about things from the 3D perspective, but not really going into, you know, the subconscious, into the subconscious. Four of Swords is also like dreaming. You know, you see how she has her eyes closed and you see there's clouds, there's rainbows, there's optimism. For some of you, that could be you maybe focused more so on the negative. And if you think about the way the overthinking looks, there's a lot of darkness here. So you may be thinking or focusing more so on the negative than the positive. Like the negative thoughts are overshadowing the positive thoughts that you could have. And you taking some sort of mental break for something that will allow your perception about something to transform, and allowing a more optimistic perspective to come in. Yes, taking a break, take detachment, taking time to yourself, possibly even blocking yourself out, because we do have the Seven of Wands and the Four of Swords, blocking out external influences that may also create these shadow thoughts that interfere with you seeing something through. Or if you feel like you always have to defend whatever it is that you're doing. All right, let me see what this responsibility is. Hope this reading making sense to you guys. Then I have the Knight of Pentacles, responsibilities, Knight of Pentacles. So there may be certain things that are going on within your responsibilities that you feel like may be hindering you in some way. And the reason why I say hindering is the Knight of Pentacles is notorious as being the slowest knight, but it's actually the knight that is very much strategic and doesn't act, is a very grounded knight. He doesn't act on impulse the way the Knight of Swords or the Knight of Wands would, or even the Knight of Cups. Knight of Swords, they act impulsively because of the ideas they're getting, the thoughts they're having. The Wands is more like the action. They just take action without so much thought. They just have the inspiration and then they act on it. It's like the Knight of Wands is following Mel Robbins' 5-second rule. It's like, oh, I got an idea. Like the Knight of Swords, let's run with it, you know? But then the Knight of Pentacles takes a more slow and steady approach. Is more evaluative. Doesn't take unnecessary risks. And the type of pursuits that a Knight of Pentacles goes after is typically one that requires a lot of commitment and patience. You know, it's like growing a plant. If you think about earth energy, it's very slow, but if it's in the right environment, like a plant is in the right environment, it's getting everything that it needs, you'll see progress. You see the plant grow and develop and then flourish, but it requires patience, you know? So there may be something, but when I think about responsibility with the Knight of Pentacles, why is the responsibility? The Knight of Pentacles. Temperance. I feel like this could be too, it's moderation, balance. I was saying like it's patience too. Commitment. Because commitment, when you think commitment is a responsibility. Responsibility, Knight of Pentacles, temperance. Got a Page of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles. This is interesting. I don't know if whatever this responsibility is tied to has to do with finances. Because I see a lot of pentacles here. And there may be certain financial obligations that you may have. And that could be what you're overthinking. Someone's overthinking. But there could be maybe somebody needs to like evaluate what resources they have available to them and start to reconcile their books in some way. But it could be also their time management, manage their resources, balance their resources, even use the resources they have to their advantage with the alchemy. It's like that magician energy, but it's like trying to go with the flow, use what you have to your advantage, but it's going to require patience and also taking stock, evaluating whatever it is, because the Page of Pentacles is someone who is learning, someone who is like observing. They like, not observing, sorry. They're looking at this pentacle. And they're thinking, like, what could I possibly do with this? So it's like, how can I invest with this? How can I invest with what I have? How can I work with what I have? How can I grow with what I have? And you have the King of Pentacles. And I feel like it's like whatever you're doing is going to require you to be responsible, act responsibly. There may be a need for you to look at your spending or look at how you're using the resources you have available to you and ensure that they're being directed towards the things that benefit you more so than cause you to be in this overthinking energy. I have the Tower with the Queen of Swords. See that I winced because I thought of the Queen of Swords and then automatically I think about divorce, legal stuff, contracts, stuff like that. But when we look at the bottom of the deck for two-faced outlook, new outlook and hobby, I feel like that there may be some sort of truth or honesty that needs to be had, so that with the Towers, maybe there could be some information that's coming towards you that comes unexpectedly, because I'm not getting like something's crumbling. I don't get any like a negative tower. I don't think it's that. I think this tower could be like unexpected information or unexpected development, but that's coming from a Queen of Swords energy, or is just coming from just someone who is honest, and it could be have to do with contracts or law or legal, or it's just a fairness or honesty. It could be clarity. Like, yeah, I feel like it has to do with clarity. And it's like whatever you're going to pursue, yes, that it could have to do with money, financial resources. It's like something that's also going to be tied to something that you love, with the Page of Cups. So it's like you want to invest in the things that you love. Like you may be wanting to put your resources towards something that you love or care about, or you want, you desire, but you may be trying to find a way to do it while maintaining responsibility. So I don't know if there's like financial obligations that you have that, you know, it's kind of, I don't know, it's hindering you in some way, or you're overthinking, trying to balance everything, balance the finances in order to do something that may be tied to a hobby. But with the two-faced energy, it's like I don't know, some of you are like in this place where you're wanting to do something that makes you happy, but you feel like you have too many responsibilities that's keeping you stuck in something that isn't. So you have to put up this facade. But then it's a matter of like looking at reframing it, but not in a negative sense. But because I said mentioned that earlier, that it's not, sometimes it's not good to do that. And it's because someone may be trying to convince themselves something is okay. But it's more like now, and this, the positive aspect is looking at like not feeling like you are trapped, taking a mental break, allowing yourself to gain some sort of inspiration so that you could find a way to maintain whatever responsibilities you have with, like, say, you're working a job that you really don't care for, but it is paying your bills right now, but you want to pursue something on the side that is a passion project that you would eventually want to grow into something that will sustain you financially. It could be anything like that. I think that's like the best example, and this is what this reading is leaning towards, because I'm not getting romance at all. It's looking like somebody's overthinking. There's a lot of money, pentacles here. It's about balance. It's about growth. It's about defending and protecting and creating boundaries and burdens or responsibilities and all that. So it could be that. Let's see what the advice could be for this. What time is it? Okay, my break is going to be ending soon. Hey, Phil. Hi, Josa. What's the advice for this, whoever this resonates with? Oh, I get these random ass readings. That's good, because this is probably somebody's reading that out there. I don't know if any of you watch Tyler's Tarot. He's like, I'm not connecting with this read. But then the people watching are like, yes, this is my read. So this is somebody's read. Okay, what's the advice for whoever this reading is for? I'm getting, you know what I'm getting too? The advice, as I'm looking at the cards, is sometimes when you have responsibilities that kind of put you in your head, you sometimes need to find a more constructive way to use that energy rather than focusing too much on your responsibilities. Your responsibilities are there. You probably already know how to handle them and everything. But if you need to take a break from those responsibilities, you have to allow yourself time to do the things that you enjoy doing. And this could be where the balance needs. The balance is coming in, where you balance your responsibilities, but also your passions. Whatever, like if you have this hobby or something that you enjoy doing and is a source of, it could be what the Four of Swords is for you. It's like allows you to get away from the things that are stressful, because overthinking, that's usually very stressful. As an overthinker, overthinking is fucking stressful. For some of you, that could be what you need to do. You may be needing to, instead of pretending to be happy, look for things that do make you happy. Look for the things that make you happy. With the two-phase, new outlook, because sometimes our life is the way it is and we have to deal with it for what it is at the moment before any changes can be made. And the fact that we have time and we get to decide, we have that control over how we utilize our time, we manage our time. Your time would be better spent not overthinking, but looking for things or doing things that make you happy, that fulfill you outside of what's your responsibilities are. And this is where the balance is coming in. And then you never know, whatever this hobby could be, it could end up being something that does allow you to, or creates this pathway where you end up in this King of Pentacles energy, where you end up creating something of your own business, your own side hustle, and it could lead you away from a life that may be unfulfilling, and you may be going towards a path where you are feeling fulfilled. But there may be certain responsibilities that you have to take care of before that could happen. And the responsibilities, they could have to do with finances. Like you may have bills, you have loans, credit cards, stuff like that, that may be a hindrance. But it's like you still have passion within you. It's just, don't let your passion be wasted on overthinking. Utilize that energy to bring more happiness, more balance, and pursue your passions. Whatever it is, you could be a writer, a painter, art, well, a sculptor, you know, you could a comedian, whatever, like something that just like gives you that break from, away from. It could be something that you do on your own, you know, but that it just allows you a break from whatever could be a stressor in your life. Yeah. And maybe some of you are wanting to learn something new. Maybe there is something that you're interested in doing, but that you don't know. So you may be wanting to learn. The Page of Swords is a student. All the pages are students. They're just learning about different things. They're learning about themselves, but they're also learning about the world that they're living in. So there may be something that you're considering, wanting to study, wanting to learn. And that's something that that you may be even passionate about. So with the advice is that, make time to do the things that you enjoy doing. Take time to learn things that you are interested in learning. Make time to do the things that help you feel fulfilled, even in a life that is seeming unfulfilling, and maybe with exploring what's out there for yourself, you'll find whatever is your purpose, and that will end up leading you to what is going to fulfill you and make you feel complete and balanced and even abundant, So I hope that reading is helpful to you all. Oh yeah, my break is over. So I really appreciate you all for being here. I hope the reading was helpful in any way. It resonated with you in the best way possible. If it does, please like, share, and subscribe to Artemis Oracle. My name is Tan. I'm your reader, and I don't know if I'm going to go on later today. Let me see. I'll see. If I do, you'll see me later. If you don't, I hope you have a great weekend. I might see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here again. Have a great day or evening wherever you are, and I'm sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Bye. Bye, Shapeshifter. Bye, Phil.